Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP humanly possible from the Mandeville Gold Saucer every Friday when Fashion Report is being judged at the NPC over here, the Masked Rose. This is week 238, and as you can see on the challenge section, the theme is Island Pirate. The individual clues include Summer Breeze for your body, All in the Wrist for your hands, Shivering Timbers for your legs, and In the, quote, Fold for your feet slot. In this video, we have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and then the easiest 80 you could possibly put together. So without further ado, let's jump straight to that 100 score. Okay, for the 100 score, as you can see, the first item I went with is the Moonfire Halter. Alternatively, if you're a male character, you could go for the Moonfire Vest as well. Both of these are crafted very easily with a weaver. Alternatives to those include the Southern Seas swimsuit, the striped Southern Seas swimsuit, the Quill Beach Halter, all of which, you've seen before on, you should have those on your recompense officer if you've ever had them before. The Quill Talisman will work, and so will the Fair Joy. However, the Fair Joy, if you wanted to get it now, would be on the cash shop. But yes, the Moonfire Halter and the Vest, both acquirable in the game very easily with Weaver as a craft. For the arms then, I went for the hard leather wrist guards. This is how you get those. So to actually get the wrist guards we decided to go for the hand slot, which are the hard leather wrist guards, go over to any low-level city-state and go to their armor vendors, such as this one, Gwalter, in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange just up here. And what you want to do is click on the Disciple of Hand and Land tab, and then the levels 10 to 19 tab. On here, you will see for 224 gil, the hard leather wrist guards. The reason you would want these is because obviously they're equipable by all classes in the game, level 11 and above. So we're going to just snap those up as easy as that. Additionally, alternatives to these, although not 100% worth mentioning, include the goatskin wrist guards and the leather wrist guards. Those are also basically obtainable. Well, the goatskin wrist guards are available from the same armor vendor, low-level city-state ones, and the leather wrist guards are actually crafted with a low-level leatherworker recipe. But I still think the hard leather wrist guards, since you can just go over there and purchase them, and you can be level 11 as a bare minimum, that's pretty good, honestly. So that's why I went for those. For the legs then, I went for the Pagos Gaskins. This is something you can get from Pagos lockboxes. Alternatively, obviously, on the actual market board itself, you'll find this for a varying amount of money, depending on when you go to the marketplace. And if people have already tried to upsell because of Fashion Report, which is very likely. The best thing about these is they're equipable by all classes in the game, level 1 and above. Alternatives to the Gaskins include the Arachne Gaskins of Striking, which are crafted, the Arachne Gaskins of Scouting, which are also crafted with Weaver, and yeah, that's all I really would recommend this week. But definitely go for those Gaskins. Again, you have access to server jumping as well as data center jumping now, so your marketplaces are variable. Just shop around a little bit. And then finally, for the boot slot, I went for the Scion Adventurer boots. This is something you get as part of the main storyline in the game, specifically from the Greater Obeisance quest. You can get these back on the Calamity Salvager for 100 gil. The reason I went for these is because they're equipable, again, by all classes level 1 and above, which makes this a very easy 100, honestly. However, not everybody might have done the MSQ on their character, on their alternate character, so alternatives do include the Dragon Skin boots, which are a leatherworker craft, as well as the Falconer's boots. Those will also give you gold this week. That's the 100, as you can see, level 1, level 1, level 11, level 1. So your minimum is level 11 on any character in the game. However, again, not everything will be alt friendly, so let's move on to the die options and hope they're better. Okay, for the 80 with dies, as you can see quite simply with any left side gear equipped and any right side gear, left side being dieable, we went with Orchard Brown on any weapon in the game, we have Snow White on any helm in the game, we have Celeste Green on any chest in the game, then we have Gunmetal Black, which will cost you 500 Skybuilder scripts for your gloves. We have Sea Fog Blue dye for our legs and Metallic Red for our feet. If it wasn't for the Gunmetal Black, this would be quite an affordable dye section. However, bear in mind you can mix and match between the 100 with what you might have lying around and some of the dyes to get an 80 at least. 80 is the score that guarantees you the minimum amount of MGP. Maximum amount of MGP, and yeah, that's all you really need. 100 score is just for cumulative rewards off of Kasumi, such as the spring bottoms and things like that. So yes, this dye option, not the best, but it actually has some good bits as well. Let's move on to the easiest 80 possible. So the secret to any 80 on its own this week is going to be a combination of a few elements. This particular 80, as you can see, is the Moonfire Halter or Moonfire Vest, which are those low-level crafted weaver recipes combined with the hard leather wrist guards, which are obviously from Gwalta or any other low-level city-state vendor, as I mentioned in the first part of the video. Other ways of doing this do include just having the hard leather wrist guards and then having the Scion Adventurer boots. That is a great option and would allow you to be level 11 minimum, and obviously the Scion Adventurer boots are from the MSQ. But again, we mentioned earlier, not everybody will have actually caught up with the MSQ, which is why I didn't initially recommend that one. Other ways of doing this is to combine a few dyes from the dye options as well as the hard leather wrist guards, as you can see in this example, which is a good way as well. But honestly, when it comes down to it, I ended up settling on the Moonfire Halter and the hard leather wrist guards for my ults, because honestly, once you shop around, it's not too expensive to get one of the Moonfire Halters, and the recipe's not too bad either. So make the most out of your ults, and if your main character has Weaver or a friend has Weaver, you could always ask them to help you out, because the recipe's not bad. The materials are pretty easy to get a hold of as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it helped. This will be the last fashion report of 6.1 series. The next fashion report will be on the next Friday, obviously, of patch 6.2. So I'm very excited to obviously include that with all of the other videos that will be coming out for 6.2. Anyway, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Link in the description for the Reddit thread where this stuff's theorized every week. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.